All right, fam. So it's another day. What today? It is May 7th. So this past weekend was Cinco de Mayo, and really didn't do much. I ended up going downtown with my little girls. And having a good time. Ooh, we enjoyed tacos. We enjoyed some corn dog, some watermelon. My little girl got on a ride. We enjoyed the music, enjoyed the culture. My little girls loved it. My little girls really haven't been there. When I was in the Air Force, we lived in North Dakota and North Carolina, so we really couldn't really have something like this like we have in SA. But we end up having a good time. And loving it and having every minute. I love spending time with my girls. I love spending time with them. I love showing them new things. And we had a good time watching a Florico dancing and enjoying the life, the Hispanic life, you know, the celebration. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. I hope y'all know that. Basically, it's just a celebration of a battle that happened. That's all it is. Reason why white people get to drink all day and pretend like they're Hispanic for a day. You know, we get to pretend like we're Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
People around me, oh my God, are you Irish? I was like, hey!
So today we're here at Royal Card House. You know, the huge, one of my favorite kind of, it's because it's just right there. It's right down the street from me. I don't really have to drive 20 minutes in San Antonio traffic, man. If you ever have to drive over here in San Antonio traffic, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. Looks like it's windy and looks like it's gonna rain, so I'm glad it's just right down the street from me. Today we're buying in for, I think 35, and it's 1,000 guaranteed, so we're gonna see what happens. Tournament starts at 8. It is currently almost 8. So we're here to play and we're gonna get it going. Let go. All right, so we have started the tournament at this time, and we started a little late, but we still started it. We're 10-handed, and the blinds are 5,100, so really haven't started really in playing any hands until this hand kind of showed up. So there's 2 limps. Undergun +2 raises to 350. I go ahead and flat in the low jack with Jack 8 suited. The small blind calls and the button calls, as well as the limpers. So we are 5 ways to a flop of 9, 10, 5 rainbow. Checks to me, since I have a open-ended, I go ahead and bet lead out for 1,200. Only the button and the small blind call. So now we're 3 ways to a turn, which is gin for us. It's an offsuit queen. Small blind checks, I go ahead and bet 3,000, thinking maybe I can charge the 2 pair, maybe queen jack, or somebody who, you know, backdoor straight draw kind of thing, and both players decide to call. So we're still 3 ways to a river. The river is the ace of clubs, so it checks to me again. So I really want to charge these 2 players if they do have anything with them. The only thing I'm worried about is king jack. For some reason I just don't think they have it, since we have a jack blocker. So I'll go ahead and bet 5,000, and to my surprise they both call. I flip over and we're good. Small blind shows 2 pair with, he flopped 2 pair 9-5 offsuit, and the button ends up 2 pair as well. He ended up turning queen 9. So we end up winning this pot and then starting off pretty good. End up being 30,000. End up having 30,000 at the end of this hand. So in this hand, I'm still collecting the chips that I just won, and it's such a good sight to see when you look down at pocket king, still collecting chips. There's 2 limps in front of me again. I go ahead and raise to 350. The cutoff calls and the small blind, big blind go ahead and call. We're 4 ways to a flop. Flop is King 3-7 rainbow. I go ahead and try to down bet on this relative to the pot. I'll go ahead and bet 700, and unfortunately they all fold. So take down a small pot, but it looks like we're running good already. The blinds are still 5100. There's 3 limps, and I look down in the low jack at pocket queens. I'll go ahead and raise it to 1200. Everybody folds, but the limpers go ahead and call. So we're 4 ways to a flop of ace 8-7 with 2 hearts. It checks to me. I go ahead and c-bet to 2k, and everybody ends up folding. So kind of pretty easy, kind of running good already. So I already had a straight, I already had kings, now I have queens. So hopefully I just didn't use all my luck. Alright, so we're running kind of smooth, we're running pretty good, and then this hand happened. So the blinds are 100, 200. There's 2 limps. Under the gun plus 2 raises it to 1300. It folds around to me, and I look down in the big blind with 7-6 of hearts. Now I've been studying, trying to balance my ranges and trying to create a 3-bet range. They're going to consist of some bluffs and some nut cards, aces, kings, queens, ace, king, jacks, maybe 10s being the low, and some bluffs being some suited connectors, some low pairs, 7-6 being one of those in my 3-bet range. So I go ahead and elect to 3-bet to 4600. Try to make it 3 times whatever he bet. I didn't want to go too big and have it kind of go out of control on the pre-flop. Trying to fold out some hands that he made raise with some Broadway connectors, some low pairs, as well as suited connectors like mine. This is a player I've never seen before, and I try to put him to a test and see what happens. It folds around to him, and he ends up making the call. We're heads up to a flop of Queen 8-10 with 2 hearts. We end up flopping a straight draw and a flush draw. Pretty good flop for us, especially our 3-bet range kind of looks like maybe we could have ace queen with 3-bet, maybe king queen, a set of queens, aces, kings, maybe trip 10s, jacks. And I'll go ahead and continue c-betting. I c-bet to 5800. Under the gun kind of debates about it, and he's thinking for a while. He tanks about it, and he goes ahead and shoves.
Exactly.
So now the pressure's back on me. I think I have too much equity to fold, especially for calling almost 11k more to win almost about 35k. So I debated about it for a little bit, but I ended up making a call. He ends up flipping over king queen suited, and we're off to the streets. We did turn 7, so now we could double pair, trips, still the straight draws there, as well as a flush draw, and the river we cannot hit any of that outs, all those outs. So yeah, we lose a big pot there. I still like my play. I don't regret making it. If it came out maybe a different flop, ace, king, something, whatever, I could c-bet and he folds. If it came low cards, it would be good. All black cards, I would have folded, check fold. But yeah, it's one of those things where I don't regret the play. It's something I'm trying to learn, something I'm trying to do differently, something new for me. If y'all have more suggestions or a comment or a better way to play it, maybe I could have, thinking about it, maybe I should have checked, have him, if he was going to bet, have him do a check raise. Maybe check shove all in and see what happens. But yeah, he ends up doubling up, and we're down to almost 10k at this time. Wasn't able to really play any hands and wasn't able to really do anything. Folded my way down to 8,900, and it's a few levels later, and the blinds are 500, 1,000. So I'm in the cutoff, and I look down at pocket kings. There's 2 limpers, and there's really nothing to do but to shove all in with this hand. I don't want to raise and have people different calls and everything like that. They give my hand some fold equity, even though I'm the shortest stack. One of the shortest stacks at the table. So I shove all in. The button to my left, the same guy who just either shoves or calls, shoves all in as well. And so he shoves in for more. He shoves in for 46,000, something like that. The small blind kind of tanks for a little bit, and he ends up making the call as well. Everybody else folds. So we are 3 ways to a flop. It's our kings versus pocket fours versus jack 9 offsuit. And of course, like everything else, there is a sweat. The flop comes jack 6 7 with 2 spades. Turn is another 7, pairing the board. We go ahead and hit a king on the river. So we end up kind of tripling up on this hand, so we're back up in the green now.
It's nice though. It's nice to have.
All right, so busted out. You feel like rebuying in. I'm not disappointed in the way I played. I played well, just kind of got unlucky. Maybe that 7-6 of hearts hand I should have folded, but it is what it is. Trying to be balanced and trying to just do something different, trying to be aggressive when I need to be. I think I play a little bit too passively. In the last hand, we were 1,000, 2,000. We were 8-handed. There's one limp to my right. I am on the button with ace jack offsuit. I raised to 8,500. The big blind calls, and then the cutoff shoves all in. I kind of shrug and go ahead and shove all in, and the big blind folds. We get to start showing the bad news. He has aces. Have an ace blocker. I don't think he would have had aces, just the way he was. But I mean, then again, it's that limp kind of shove thing that people tend to do with big pocket with aces. Kings, they don't do so much. Aces, they do. I should have just kind of thought about it more, but he's a good player. I mean, the guy to my right is a good player. Just I wouldn't think he would do that. I think he would have raised, but he played his aces there, and we couldn't improve. So it is what it is. So with that being said, kind of letting y'all know kind of what this vlog's about, I guess. Basically, I'm a beginner poker player. I mean, I've been playing poker for a couple of years, playing you know, in the free rolls and playing all that. But the thing is that I've been playing for a while. So I've been playing off and on since 2002, and wanted to continue now. I'm, as you can tell, it's like maybe there's some things I should have done, maybe there's some things I should have folded, but there are reasons why I do things, and whether they're right or wrong is totally in the air. I still stand by my plays and just keep on going. I mean, there's nothing really I can do. There's nothing really I can say about it. It is what it is. You know, I'm not trying to tell you I'm, you know, some poker player that has, you know, a 10K, you know, 30K bankroll or anything like that. You know, everybody starts from somewhere. I'm trying to actually vlog that point where people start from the bottom and then work their way up. So I'm actually doing something different, at least in my opinion. I do get influenced by the big vloggers, Andrew Nemi, Brad Owen, Johnny Vibes, Jamie Burton. I know I'm forgetting a few, but just I'm trying to do my own thing here in SA, and whether that's right or wrong, it is what it is. I'm still putting myself out there. Any line checks, any things I should have done differently in this tournament, please let me know. I'm always up for new ideas and new ways to play. I studied through upswing poker. I think in some instances, I think that kind of gets me because I'm still novice and still kind of thinking about it. It is what it is, so there it goes. If you like the vlogs, live a career point.
323,000. Call today.
Thanks, Career Point.
Subscribe if you're new, hit the little bell notifications, and you know, leave a comment on what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, different ways to play it or different ways to see it. You know, let me know. All right, till next time, fam. Keep on studying, keep on grinding.